So today is the 25th anniversary of a personal favorite episode of Star Trek of mine, which is Voyager's Human Error, which aired on this day in 2001. In this beautiful episode, we see Seven of Nine finally reach a sense of confidence in her humanity and individuality and express herself in a way we haven't seen before. Let's talk about it. In this episode, Seven experiments with social interactions on the holodeck, and we see her at ease, especially with the scene with a hologram of Captain Janeway. In this moment, Janeway tells Seven, "All I did was chart the course. You're the one who made the journey," which is a beautiful testament to the character growth of Seven and Janeway's motherly guidance. We see Seven wear different clothing and different hairstyles, and most of all, we see her finally express love towards someone else in a romantic fashion post-Unimatrix Zero. After years of connection since Chakotay disconnected her from the hive mind in Scorpion, Seven romantically pursues a hologram of him and begins to learn and feel love. Also, let's take a moment to appreciate seeing Seven of Nine in Starfleet uniform because she looked so good in this. I just wish they would have let her character have a uniform in the final season because it gave such a finality and such a maturity to her character, and she just looked stellar in it. Anyway, so the episode continues and we see Seven and Chakotay have the most romantic and sweet date on the holodeck. And it's so beautifully done and so romantic, and the aesthetic is just, I couldn't have asked for anything better because it's just so sweet. Also, let's take a moment to appreciate this gorgeous red velour dress and the vintage hair and the aesthetic of her quarters. They couldn't have done a better job. It's so Seven. It's so beautiful. It's so complete, and it just fits her character so well. Anyway, so we see Seven and Holo Chakotay cooking, and things take a turn when she starts to explore the features of his face and kisses him. The romance scenes in this episode are just so wholesome and make my heart flutter every time I watch it. However, one of the reasons why I did this video was to highlight the scene between Holo Chakotay and Seven midway through the episode when he tells her to let go of the metronome, which gives her a regimental order when she plays the piano. Every time she reaches for the metronome, it is a metaphor for going back to the closed-off order of the Borg, and as Chakotay eloquently states, it cuts her off from her feelings. This scene is very special to me because as a ballet dancer who struggles with self-confidence sometimes and is sometimes too technical, it is a beautiful reminder that as artists, not everything has to be perfect. We need to express our feelings and emotions, and sometimes that makes us better artists. As ballet artists, we have our own idiosyncrasies and individuality within our art form, which gives us the freedom constructed in the bounds of choreography, combinations, and musicality. So when I saw this scene for the first time and continue to watch it now, I think it's a lovely scene for us artists and non-artists to take from if they struggle with knowing how to express themselves in class or on stage, and if they need inspiration for honing in on their unique artistry.
Don't you see what's happening? The metronome is holding you back. It gives you a sense of order, but it also cuts you off from your feelings. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Anyway, this is just a beautifully written scene performed by Robert Beltran and Jerry Ryan, whom the latter just truly shines and is just brilliant in this episode. Additionally, the music choices in this episode are beautifully selected. The holodeck scenes paired with the music from the Romantic period is just perfect. Most notably, Chopin's Nocturne and Schumann's Of Foreign Lands and People scenes from childhood. They stand out as timeless selections, and as a ballet dancer, the use of Chopin especially made me feel as if I was part of an adagio, slowly and beautifully culminating into something poetic. During this time, Voyager is going through an active minefield. Seven is late to her duty shifts and eventually misses her post when Voyager is nearly destroyed. Janeway takes Seven aside, and for the first time, Seven uses a human deception, a human error, to cover up what she has been up to. Sadly, after reaching this level of humanity, Seven's cortical node shuts down due to a Borg failsafe that activates once a drone begins to experience love, the most important emotion of all. In a way to punish herself, Seven goes to the holodeck and begins to break it off with Holo Chakotay. Her heart breaks for the first time, and she collapses to the ground. She wakes up in sickbay, where we see a very tender side of the Doctor, whereupon when he finds out what Seven has been up to, he doesn't judge her but actually compliments her and encourages her, saying, "Your quarters, they suited you." The Doctor tries to convince Seven to have a surgery so she can continue to experience emotions, but she refuses, thus in a way blaming herself for letting go of her attention to work, which almost cost the USS Voyager when traveling through an active minefield. However, in the final scene, we have the real Chakotay invite Seven to a crew dinner after she saves Voyager from the minefield. She doesn't accept, and Chakotay tells her it would be good for her to spend time with the crew. If only he had known what she had been up to. Chakotay walks away and pauses and looks at Seven, just as she goes to look at him, giving hope that one day they will end up together, which they do. And it's just a beautiful ending to such a complex and wonderfully written, character-driven episode. In conclusion, this is just Seven's best hour and just a beautiful episode about humanity and self-discovery. When I think of 7 of 9 and what would qualify as her best episode, this is what I choose. It was just a wonderful magnum opus to such a rich and beautifully played character. If you're interested in learning more about this episode, follow the link in the captions for my full review on my blog. And again, here's to 25 years of one of Star Trek's most underrated and overlooked gems.